Thanks for sending me all your questions on Europe. Many issues were brought up in the questions, of course mainly on economic and financial policy. I'd like to go into them. I can't answer them all in detail, but I'll answer some of the themes in your questions. A lot of questions were asked about working together in Europe on the economy, European coordination. Of course, we've done a lot over the last couple of years. In the midst of the crisis, we built up crisis funds supporting countries. We built mechanisms to deal with our budgetary problems and worked on a lot of results there. And finally, the last year, we've done a lot of work on the banking union. As you know, the banking union basically means same rules, same regulations, European supervision on our banks, making them stronger and making them well capitalized so they can support the economy all over Europe. At the end of the year, the banking union will officially start, and it will be a great contribution to our economic recovery. So what's next? What's next after the banking union? I think we've shown that we can achieve a lot if we work together on economic reforms. A lot still has to be done. Labor market reforms, pension systems have to become stronger. The energy market could become a European market. That would make it a lot stronger also. So let's look at working together on all of these fields and drive for more economic growth and more jobs in the future. A number of questions were also asked about program countries. Of course, during the course of the crisis, a number of countries were no longer able to finance themselves and basically needed financial support from the other countries. We built crisis funds and we've introduced programs to support those countries, but also to rebuild the economy and to strengthen the economies of those countries. 3 out of 5 have already left their program with success and are now showing very strong economic growth. 2 countries still remain. Cyprus has only been in a program for a year, and Greece, which is at the end of its program. For both of these, and especially for Greece, a lot of results have been made. Greece has returned to growth. Greece has a surplus once again in its budget. And yes, Greece has gone back to the financial markets for the first time. It was a small loan at still quite a high price, so Greece is not yet fully financially independent. But they've done a lot of work and they are improving. You asked me also whether Europe was fixed once and for all. I don't think we can say that. I think a lot of work still has to be done. There are still big economic differences between countries in Europe, and we have to work on convergence, meaning that we all have to become stronger, more competitive, and making more money for our economies. So a lot of work still has to be done. And of course, debts still have to be paid in all of our countries, but certainly also in the program countries. I also got a question on the future of the euro and whether North and South can maintain within one monetary union. There has been a very strong commitment throughout the crisis of the European countries and the European leaders to maintain the euro and to stick together and work together. And that has been a successful approach. Confidence has returned to the eurozone, to the European economy, also from outside investors. We've put a lot of political and social economic capital into that, and it has paid off. We are together coming out of this crisis stronger. And we'll have to do more to become stronger and to work together. So we're not there yet, but there's certainly no way back. The euro is here to stay. A theme that's been getting a lot of attention lately is the inflation and the risk of deflation. Yes, the inflation is quite low at the moment, on average in the Eurozone, but that mainly has to do with low energy prices and low food prices. Also the fact that we are making structural changes to our economy, pushing down the prices and therefore becoming more competitive, also leads to a low inflation. But that is a process that is very important for our economic recovery. I don't see the risk of deflation, and neither does the ECB. But the ECB has made it quite clear that if necessary, they will act on it and make sure that it doesn't threaten our economic recovery. One of the questions I got was on the transparency of ECB decisions. I think that the ECB is working on a larger openness on their meetings and the decisions they take, and I think that's a good thing. Thanks again for sending me all your questions. The main theme in all of those questions was about how to build a stronger Europe, and that's exactly what we've been doing the last couple of years. And we've made a lot of progress, and now that we're coming out of the crisis, we should continue our work to maintain that social Europe and that strong economic Europe that we've known and that we are going to get back. There is a strong potential and it's worth fighting for. Thanks.